You can forget it all. It is time to hit the beach again, where it is wet and warm, fuzzy and beautiful. Are you ready for some volleyball? Well, eyebrows were open last year as Karch Karai, the double gold medalist, went for it with his partner Ken Steffes. Together they dominated the beach. They won 18 tournaments using power. Come on, and finesse, and touch. Yes, 1993 was a love fest for the kings of the beach. But what will happen in 1994? Find out next. Prime Network presents AVP Pro Beach Volleyball from the white sands of southwestern Florida. It's the Miller Lite Fort Myers Open. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland, the glistening sands of Fort Myers, Florida. This is a third-place matchup between Eduardo Bacil and Gino Jose Loiola, the Brazilians, against Brooke Vandeweghe and his partner, Tim Walmer. 85 degrees, hot and humid, very, very windy. Talking to Randy Stokos in the tent a little earlier, and he said, wow, 20-mile-an-hour winds, although it might be a little less on the court, so the wind will definitely be a factor. And Gino serving first. And Tim Walmer's dug right off the bat. And Gino with a nice dig. Keep your eye on Walmer. In the purple top. Loiola first hit, and he whacks it out of bounds. What kind of a match do you expect? Our first referee today, Marvin Hall. We are told he will do no dancing from the podium. And our second official, Kim Pickering. Kim Pickering.
Getting back to your question.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to hear Marvin's not going to be dancing up there.
Yeah.
We might have permanent damage.
Have to redo the net.
There you go.
Ace serve for Tim Walmer. Let's tell you a little about Walmer very quickly. He's 6 feet, 170 pounds, went to Long Beach State University. He's listed with 8 career open wins, but 6 of those on the International Satellite Tour. He did get his first open win back in '81 with Kevin Cleary, the man who organized the AVP and initially started the union off. So Cleary and Walmer a victory there. Then he also got a win in 1982 in South Lake Tahoe with Gary Hooper, the former world champion.
And Walmer very scrappy, outstanding ball control, and a lot of experience in these kind of windy conditions. And Brooke Vandeweghe has been playing very well in the matchup prior to this to get into the third place contest against Stokos and Johnson. Brooke Vandeweghe blocked extremely well and really worked really smooth with Tim Walmer.
They're the Brazilians, and Walmer, he will play defense. Walmer is not a tall player, but an excellent defensive player, great setter. Here comes Loiola, and he snaps it down the line. Jose Geraldo Loiola Jr., and then they call him Loiola. Born March 28th, 1970, just turned 24, and he will position himself at the net, one of the up-and-coming young stars in AVP Pro Beach. And Gino serving.
Serving pretty tough from the bad side as well. Walmer and Vandeweghe are on the good side right now. The wind blowing into their face, the ball changing direction a lot less as it comes to Walmer and Vandeweghe, but the Brazilians, no problem so far with the conditions.
So Anginho serving from behind, 1-0. Vandeweghe and Walmer, and with that point, Anginho and Loiola have tied it up. Walmer. Anginho with another nice dig. Can he put it away? Yes, he does.
Well, there was some speculation, and you and I had some conversations wondering if Anginho would be able to keep Loiola after Loiola's big performances last year. But with plays like this, he will have no problem keeping his much more spectacular Brazilian partner. Anginho looks to be in really good shape at the beginning of this year. Hitting the ball hard. His partner had such a great finish to last season at the King of the Beach, Walmy, with an unforced error.
So Tim Walmer dinks it into the bottom of the net. Walmer, 33 years old, out of Manhattan Beach. And he gets most of the serves virtually with anybody he plays with as a timeout is taken. You see the numbers on Walmer. And Gino Loiola looked pretty good here early. 3-1 is our score. We'll take a quick timeout. We're coming back to the Miller Lite Fort Myers Open after this.
Bacil and Loiola 3, Vandeweghe and Walmer 1. If you're confused about Bacil, his real name is Eduardo Jorge Bacil, but everybody calls him Anjinho. Every Brazilian has 4 names, and it's much like Pelé used to be as a soccer player. He had a very long name, Eduardo Nascimento, but they called him Pelé. So if it's confusing, we hope to keep you. Oh, beautiful play, Vandeweghe with the hook shot.
Vandy's got a long name, but only 2. Brooke, Vandy, and real lucky that time. Walmer with the shank pass off the good jump serve again from the bad side. And Vandeweghe just couldn't find it, changing direction in the wind, and just gets his left paw on it and trickles over the top of the tape.
Tim Walmer has won nearly $300,000 in prize money in his career as Loiola tees off.
Big bang from the left side by Loiola.
So Jose Loiola coming off a spectacular year of over $116,000 in prize money.
And that's the kind of ability that has made a lot of other players on the tour drool, wondering how they can get Loiola as their partner. But the Brazilians staying together, and I really think they will, unless one of them gets hurt. I think they'll play every event together all season long.
By Tim Walmer.
So Walmer gets the kill. Brooke Vandeweghe has the ball. Vandeweghe voted the most improved player on tour last year. He won almost $89,000. He's now 30 years old out of Beverly Hills. You like being from Beverly Hills, Paul? Oh, Loiola tees off again, but that one's out of bounds.
Well, since I'm not, I don't know how it is.
And Loiola, he's going to go over and take a look at the mark. Loiola's on his way to take a look, and he's trying to get somebody to come take a look.
They hit the ball right in front of him down the line and contesting the call, but not going to have it as we take the side change at 3-2.
My final. Back at Fort Myers Beach, Bacil and Loiola leading Vandy and Walmer 6-4. Let's get at one of the up-and-comers on the Pro Beach Tour, Eric Fanoy Moana. I don't think it's whether he'll keep Hav, it's whether Hav will keep him, don't you think?
It could be one or the other. Certainly Eric Fanoy Moana just coming to the fore on the beach, and Hav has had his day and won his share of money throughout the course of his career, and prize money here in Fort Myers this weekend, $100,000 overall. And there you see the breakdown. 20,000 for first, 11-4 and change. Of course, that split between partners. 5th place paying $5,700. And right on down through, paying down to 25th position, I believe, this week. $100,000 overall.
Anjinho will serve. The Brazilians are ahead 6-4. Tim Walmer and Brooke Vandeweghe only played one other tournament together, and it was last year here at Fort Myers. Interestingly, kind of a team that has been slapped together, but playing very well this week.
Well, they complement one another. Very, very good ball control. They both know the game, play an awful lot. But I mean, they play a lot of games and really train at it. And the wind conditions maybe have helped them to some degree because they have such good ball skills.
Transfer point here, Walmer on the left, and he taps it off the tape. We said that Vandeweghe and Walmer are now on the good side. They score their first. The wind is coming very, very strongly from the left to the right. And now Walmer will serve.
Vandeweghe and Hovland met up early in this tournament. We're talking about Fanoy and Hav, and they beat Hovland and Fanoy Moana very early in this tournament, 12-11, and that really started the downfall of a bad weekend for Hovland and Fanoy and launched them. They met Curie and Steffes in the next round and didn't have much luck, but have continued to play solidly through the consolation bracket.
Vandeweghe positioning himself at the net. Vandeweghe 6'5", an excellent mobile blocker. Really improved in that skill in the last couple of years. And timeout taken. 20-second timeout taken by the Brazilians. And we'll take a quick timeout. We're coming back. Stay with us. We now pick up action later in our semifinal. The Miller Lite Fort Myers Open. Chris Marlowe, Paul Sunderland, 11-9. Vandeweghe and Walmer have assumed command with 4:28 to go. Brazilians get a point right here. Loiola looking for the bomb to ignite his team, and he racks it. And Jose Loiola, see if he goes for the crowd here. Yeah, there he goes. Get him going.
He became a tremendous crowd favorite, a little bit of a national figure last year in the King of the Beach. Awful lot of people talking about that tournament during the off-season.
He finished second, of course, to Karch Karai as he served out of bounds there. And now Vandeweghe and Walmer will have it. Vandy and Walmer trying to get as many as they can on the good side so they don't get over that bad side near point game. Vandeweghe, 30 years old, float serve coming. I don't know why they're serving Loiola here. He's just killing it. Maybe they know something we don't know. I think you want to serve Angelino all the way here.
Most of the time, but in these windy conditions, I wouldn't mind taking a chance on Loiola every once in a while. I think what they're trying to do is attack him as the poorer passer. But if that's the case, then you got to serve him tough.
Yeah. Or how about a little really spin serve, a little spin short serve?
Yeah, make him move. Make him move. Angelino with a better ball control in these situations. And there, I'll tell you, Angelino and Loiola, I know that Brazil is in the southern hemisphere, and you've got all those things going on down there, but they just seem to like to play better on the bad side.
So Angelino serving. Tied at 11. Oh, was that out? Wow. There. Now Marvin Hall says it's good. The linesman wasn't quite sure. It looked like the line jumped.
But very hard to tell in these windy conditions, and we've had this situation before. Marvin Hall saying if the ball catches any part of the line on the way out of bounds, it is considered to be good. Boy, that looks like it's out. And the rope can move without the ball actually hitting it because of the wind conditions and one thing and another. But from that angle, certainly the ball looked out, and the linesman right on the play, and he called it out as well. Walmer and Vandeweghe are going to take a little break here as they trail now by 1.
You know, the players argue about this. They have for decades, Paul. If it could brush the line as it goes by, or it blows sand onto the line, which makes the line move. It hits, and the sand goes on the line.
Right,
and you see it
it's like a crater. You know, the little reverberations out of the crater where the ball comes down. But, like I said, the ball can land out of bounds.
Looks like it's out there.
And brush the line on the way by. But I think that one landed out of bounds and was out of bounds. Never brushed the line on its passage by Tim Walmer.
So, Angelino Loiola have the lead. Now Walmer, Vandeweghe. Oh, is that in? No, block out of bounds. Walmer, Vandeweghe get a break. Loiola was all over that one.
Interesting to see who they serve here, Chris. Walmer really taking a chance here, challenging and getting lucky. Loiola was all over that shot cross court.
Walmer tell you, hey, I did that on purpose, right out of the line. Oh, the kick save by Loiola. Saved that play. Vandeweghe out of bounds. Loiola with a kick save. First time we've seen it. How about that? You know, in other tournaments, Paul, we've seen the Brazilians try to kick the ball over. This is the first time I've seen it work.
And I'm not sure he had any other chance. Look at that. Unbelievable. And that could save the match for him. That just wasn't a play at the end of a match when you're out of it or have a huge lead that really is of no consequence. That was a big, big play. Tremendous play. We talked about Pele earlier. Maybe Loiola said, hey, we got to get our kicks in.
So the foot of Loiola and a 1-point lead when we come back. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland back at the Miller Lite Fort Myers Open. You know what makes Paul Sunderland homesick? Yeah, palm trees, blue skies, white sand, beautiful houses, and lots of people hanging around. Getting ready for some volleyball. This is our third place matchup. 13-12 is our score. The Brazilians are leading Brooke Vandeweghe and Tim Walmer. A reminder, coming up, our championship final. Both teams are undefeated. Both teams are rested. Karchkarai Kent-Steffes, Mike Dodd, and Mike Whitmarsh. Brooke Vandeweghe, last year's most improved player, continues to improve. Brian Lewis a year ago. Johnson, Goodrick, and Wally Clark. Clark and Goodrick now on the 4-man tour. If you're wondering what happened to them. And there's Brooke Vandeweghe loosening the big arms up. He needs a block. His team trailing by 1 on the bad side. Tim Walmer serving. He's played very well in this one. Angelino. And
that.
Little cuff shot off the top.
Off the top of the block, spraying the ball around. It's a pretty dicey attempt in this situation, down by 1.
And one of the toughest jump servers on the beach, especially in the wind, is Loiola.
Watch the hard cross court.
Racks it out of bounds. I tell you, when you play against a jump serve, and I know you've played a few games against it, when that guy whacks it out of bounds, you go, oh, thank God.
Well,
Thank God.
Especially in these windy conditions at 13 to 12.
Yeah.
And Walmer made a nice adjustment after the ball was tossed.
It's a 1-point lead for the Brazilians. Anjinho lobbing and getting. So Eduardo Jorge Bacil Anjinho. Anjinho means little angel in Portuguese. 3 career Open wins. He won the Brazilian Open, the Uruguayan Open, and the Argentinian Open 3 years back. Has yet to win on the AVP Tour, however. You think he'll get one this year?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I think their chances are good. I would not be at all surprised if they do win one. But they got to break through.
Anjinho with the serve. Good jump serve. Could be a point coming up. Loiola on the right, and he puts it away. So the jump serve pays off. And suddenly it is game point.
Going to Anjinho and Loiola.
Anjinho Loiola.
Score now 14.
Tough serve once again. We were expecting it from Loiola. Got it from Anjinho. Brooke Vandeweghe sprawling, just keeping the ball in play. And a smart shot deep to the corner.
Trying to wrap it up now. 14 to 12. And full timeout taken by Walmer and Vandeweghe.
Timeout taken by the team of Tim Walmer and Brooke Vandeweghe. Once again, the middle line serving
Trying
contest.
to slow down the momentum.
Coming up next
Is Tim Walmer.
Again, it is opposite the stage.
Just 1 point away from wrapping this one up. They cannot go on and win the tournament. Best they can do is third. Of course, if we're talking about the Brazilians and why they have not won a tournament, it is a team that does not play well. One major flaw, they can't beat Karch and Kent, but that's not a disgrace. Nobody else can either.
Right. A lot of other people have had that problem the last 3 or so years. There's no disgrace in losing to Kirai or Steffes or any of the other top teams. But they have beaten every top team out on the beach except for Kirai and Steffes. And I'd have to go back through my log book, but I don't think they played them that closely either last year.
They've never faced Sunderland and Marlowe, have they?
Lucky for us.
Yes. All right, here we go. Game point coming up for the Brazilians. Anjinho serving, 14 to 12. They'll whip it to Vandeweghe. Nice set. And Vandy, dig, Loiola, can he chase it? Go, 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 go. He's got it. Thought he was going to try to kick that one too. Vandeweghe snapping it. Loiola with a dig. Then he's had his off. Can he put it away? Not yet. Loiola knuckles deep and out of bounds. Well, after 2 fabulous defensive plays, Loiola forgot he was not in Ipanema playing with his old pals.
This one was not for a cold Coca-Cola on Ipanema. Pretty lackadaisical
now, why
shot.
do you think he did that, Paul?
Because he had a brain cramp.
Okay, just fouled that one up. Not a smart play.
All he had to do was hit it, spiking style, standing, and the game would have been over.
Keep that play in mind. It's 14 to 12. Vandeweghe looking for a block. He got a hold of it. Look out, there's going to be an argument after this one. And Vandeweghe and Walmer are teeing off on Marvin Hall. What do you think, Paul? Did that come over?
I think it did. Well, it was above the net. Whether or not Vandeweghe got it, certainly going to argue in this situation.
It's the end of the play.
Yeah, this is the end of the play. The controversy came earlier. One goes, say what? The other grabbing his head, Tim Walmer and Brooke Vandeweghe.
Loiola serving for the game. Second chance. Jumper.
Tough serve.
And that will do it. Walmer going the wrong way. So too much power. Loiola and Anjinho really wrapped it up, Paul. When they got on the bad side, they scored 4 out of 5. Vandy and Walmer were in trouble.
It shows you how far they've come, and they're truly a team to be dealt with if you can get to the bad side and score that number of points to wrap this one up for third place.
Vandeweghe and Walmer finished 4th. They split $7,130. The Brazilians finished in 3rd, $9,030. Stay with us. Halftime activities. And then we get to Karch and Kent and Dodd and Whitmarsh.